is actually a quote, which is, it says this: walk on waters, it will refresh your feet and faith. You have to go see it. And basically the idea behind it, I just got reminded of it because we are on waters right now. It talks about, when I was thinking of making this quote, I was thinking of the story of Peter and how Peter was in the boat with the others and Jesus was walking on waters, and there was a storm that night. And so the reason why I say walk on waters, it will refresh your feet, and then your faith, I put it vertically, is because when we walk on waters, when we step out of our boats in life, it represents the risks we take in life. We have to take risks to get out of our comfort zone. We have to take risks in order to grow. We have to take risks to learn. And sometimes we have to fail to learn. And failures are not bad. Failures are lessons learned on how to be better. And so in this story in the Bible, Peter steps out of the boat and he walks towards Jesus. And that is the exact example of what faith looks like. Getting out of your boat, getting out of your comfort zone. He was with some other people. Some other people will do life with you, and that's beautiful. But sometimes it's up to you to make decisions for yourself, to not stay in the same place. If you want to move forward, if you want to progress in life, sometimes we have to refresh our feet. We have to step out of the boat and walk on waters. That requires faith, my friend. And so as Peter is walking towards Jesus, he is just focused on Jesus. When we fix our eyes on Jesus, we are able to walk on these waters. These waters can represent any type of dream, any type of accomplishment, any type of aspiration you've ever had in your heart, you ever felt desire in your heart. This can represent these waters. And when you walk on that and you're fixing your eyes on Jesus, you're able to do it. The moment Peter takes his eyes away, he gets scared. The moment we take our eyes away from Jesus and we focus on the natural things and we see with our own eyes, with our own perspective, we start to have fear. Now, why do we start to have fear? Because we start to see things too realistically, too in the natural. But we need to be reminded that we serve a God who operates in the supernatural. And that's why Peter was able to walk on waters. That's why you and I are able to walk on waters. Because nothing is impossible for God. Nothing. Let me tell you, nothing is impossible for God. If you have dreams that have been dead for a long time, if you have hopes for something, believe it. Believe that it will happen as long as you fix your eyes on Jesus. And so Peter, the moment he takes his eyes away, Jesus tells him, "You man with little faith, what happened?" And so Peter gets so scared, and at that moment, Jesus reaches out his hands and lifts him up back again. And so that is even another story, guys. That is part of the process too. It doesn't mean that when we walk on these waters, there won't be times where we get fearful and fall. It's okay. God knows that we are not perfect. He knows that there will be moments where we will fall. But He is there with arms wide open, just like He was with Peter. For you and for myself, He will never ever forsake us. Peter took that risk to get out of the boat. And yes, in one moment of fear, in one moment of taking his eyes off of Jesus, he did fall. And that's okay. Jesus will not forsake him. Jesus was always there with him. And He reached out His hand. And sometimes that happens in our lives. So if right now you're in a situation where you need Jesus to reach out, just know that He's reaching out. So grab hold of Him. Grab hold of Him. Because His word says that He has never forsaken you. So believe that. He has never, He will never forsake you. He loves you so unconditionally. There's nothing you can do, to change how much God can love you. He loves you the same yesterday, today, and forever. What does that mean? It doesn't matter how much you sin. It doesn't matter how perfect you try to be. Jesus loves you the same. And that is the love of a perfect father towards his children. So guys, walk on waters because it will refresh your feet, your faith.